Hello and welcome to my daily devotional for Tuesday, the 10th of May. And as we continue to look at shaking, our reading is from Matthew 24 and verses 21 to 24. We read these words of Jesus. Then there will be a great affliction, such as not happened from the beginning of the world and never to happen again. And if those days were not to be shortened, nobody would be saved. But because of the elect, those days will be shortened. Then if someone should say, "Look, here is the Christ," or "He is here," do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will be raised up, and they will give great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray even the elect, if possible. There are different opinions about the point at which Jesus will come back. We are looking at this in relation to the shaking that the writer to the Hebrews wrote about in Hebrews 12 and verses 25 and 26. And we follow this on from yesterday. Briefly, the different views are as follows. 1. He will return before the 7-year period of wrath or tribulation. That's the pre-tribulation position. This understanding sees the whole 7-year period as the wrath of God. Therefore, Jesus comes before this begins and takes all believers out of the world. This is known as the rapture. He will return at the he will return at the midway point of the period of tribulation. That's 3.5 years. And this is the mid-tribulation position. This understanding sees the whole 7-year period as being the wrath of God. However, the first 3.5 years is not so severe as the second 3.5. Therefore, all believers in Jesus are raptured before this harsher period of God's wrath begins. The third position is this: Jesus will return at some point during the second 3.5 years. This position sees that the first part of wrath is the wrath of Satan and stretches to some point into the second 3.5 years. At that point, Jesus returns to collect all those who follow him and take them to heaven. At this point, the wrath of God falls on those who are left behind. The fourth position is as follows. He will return after the tribulation is ended, and this is known as the post-tribulation position. All positions claim to be based on Scripture. I hope that in a very short use of words, I have given the essential understanding of each position. For further help, there are numerous books available dealing with this subject. I recommend The Rapture Questions Answered Plain and Simple by Robert Van Campen. And that's IBN 08007 56312. Have a wonderful day.